The man sold his newborn baby to the demons so he could rule the world. Kagamitsu Daigo, a man who made a pact with 12 demons, recalls the time he sealed the deal. He knows he will walk on the path of evil to achieve power, while his wife Nuin Okada is about to give birth. Due to a condition set by the demons, Kagamitsu's firstborn son is born without limbs, facial features, or skin. The infant is abandoned and set adrift in a river. 16 years later, the young man becomes a petty thief in Dororo and witnesses the demon Daiki Dororo defraud 3 men of their possessions. Utilizing the blades on his prosthetic arms, the young man strikes down the demon as it attacks the men. The statue of a demon in the Hall of Hell is split by lightning, and the young man's missing skin is mysteriously restored. The second son of Kagamitsu Daigo, Shikawa Tahamaru, returns home from a hunting trip. Nuin Kata, his mother, is still missing her eldest child. The young man from before, who appears to be blind, deaf, and mute, is now in the village of Dororo. He seems to possess extraordinary abilities, such as superior sword skills, superhuman strength, and an uncanny ability to discern the nature of beings based on the color of their souls. The demon Dororo follows him around since he was born, while the young man ventures on various adventures. The blind monk, who can read people's souls and realizes that Bandai is a monstrous cannibal, tells Dororo and the monk how the mysterious creature that comes back with its bell is a ghost connected to the first beast the villagers ever killed. The boy who slays Bandai reveals his name as Hyakkimaru Hyakkimata, who regains his feeling of pain as lightning strikes Bondori's statue in the Hall of Hell. Lord Kagamitsu Daigo receives word that the Sakai clan is preparing for battle, signaling the onset of chaos. The narrative of Jukai sensei, a physician who treated both ailments and crafted artificial limbs, begins when his beloved was killed by Shiba's men. Jukai quit his job as a crucifier for Lord Shiba and threw himself into the sea. He learned how to create prosthetics after being saved by foreigners. Jukai encountered the abandoned and distorted child of Lord Kagamitsu Daigo, taking him home and crafting special prosthetics to enable him to move and appear normal. Jukai named the child Hyakkimaru. 6 years later, despite Hyakkimaru attracting demons, Jukai acknowledges that the youngster's body parts were probably seized by demons when the boy overcame a lizard demon and mysteriously had his right leg returned. Before embarking on his solo journey, Jukai fitted swords onto his prosthetic arms. Following the destruction of the demon Bandai, Hyakkimaru returns to the present, embracing his newly acquired perception of pain. Hyakkimaru experiences rain for the first time while standing outdoors, conversing with a female. Hyakkimaru soon encounters a demonic sword and flees. He comes across a man wielding the sword, and the only way Hyakkimaru can defeat him is by having the sword lodged in his artificial leg. When Dororo touches the sword, he is drawn back to the sword's owner and prevented from retrieving the leg. They later discover that the sword belonged to Osushi's brother, Tanosuke. Osushi brings her brother home, but all he wants is the sword back. Tanosuke recalls how the demon blade Nihiru changed his life as it desperately craved blood. Meanwhile, Hyakkimaru disarms Dororo, who grabs the blade once more and attacks Hyakkimaru. In response, Hyakkimaru breaks Nihiru and kills Tanosuke, returning his ears to him. Now, Hyakkimaru might as well be Matt Murdock. When a large, bird-like monster attacks Hyakkimaru, he still struggles to adjust to his new sense of hearing. The Biwa Hoshi is the only one who can save him, but they are located in Sakai territory. The priest informs them that they're preparing to attack the Daigo army. Hyakkimaru has a brief encounter with Mio, a young woman singing a beautiful song, but he faints from his wounds. The travelers stay at an abandoned temple with Mio and a group of orphaned kids. During the night, Mio provides sexual services to the Sakai forces, but the Biwa Hoshi finds a more suitable location for them. Unfortunately, the space is already occupied by a demon. Hyakkimaru decides to fight a demon even though he's still recovering from his wounds. The white aura around Hyakkimaru is starting to turn a demonic red color, which worries the Biwa Hoshi. They come across the demon, Arijigoku, which looks like an ant-lion larva. It bites through Hyakkimaru's leg and causes him immense pain. Meanwhile, Mio leaves that night to serve Daigo Man, while Dororo discovers what kind of work Mio does at a ripeness of childhood. Hyakkimaru travels back with the Biwa Hoshi to Mio's camp. His voice is back, but his leg is only partially there. The kids don't reveal Mio's job to Dororo, but he learns about it from the other kids. With Mio's help, Hyakkimaru gradually grows accustomed to using his hearing and speech, and the red tint in his spirit starts to fade as they develop feelings for each other. Hyakimoto returns to fight the Adejigoku monster, only partially recovered. Armed with several swords the kids found on the battlefield, he kills the demon, and his leg regenerates immediately. Hyakimoto and Dororo discover Mio fatally wounded, and the orphans being killed by Daigo soldiers, who believe Mio is a Sakai spy. When they return to the shrine, they are attacked, and Hyakimoto becomes furious, killing all the Daigo soldiers. Dororo steps in to stop him due to concerns that Hyakimoto might turn into a demon later. Dororo finds Mio holding priceless seed rice she had stolen from the samurai she despises in order to start her farm. Hyakimoto and Dororo continue their journey after burying the dead in possession of a man. They come across the female demon, Jorugumo, whom Hyakkimaru and Dororo defeat. An injured Jorugumo flees. The pilgrims enter a nearby town, where men frequently disappear at night. The suffering demon, disguised as a lovely woman, is discovered by the gentle Yajiro. He brings her home, offers her some food, and gives her the name Ohagi. Ohagi refuses to eat Yajiro because she is starving due to his kinness. They learn that the men are not killed but helped to escape by Yajiro. Yajiro offers to help Ohagi leave the village. Hyakkimaru meets Ohagi when they cross paths, and she manages to flee with Yajiro. Ohagi and Yajiro are led to a hidden mountain route by Yajiro but come under attack by the Lord's men. Yajiro is injured. Hyakkimaru is drawn to Ohagi after her attack on the troops, which angered her. Hyakkimaru withdraws, allowing Ohagi and Yajiro to escape. They prepare to fight to the death, because she is worried about Yajiro, and her red demon color is fading. As the demon Nokosarigumo descends in a dark cloud above a village, the inhabitants prepare a woman to serve as a sacrificial bride. A wild lad named Sadhu tries to stop the sacrifice, while Hyakkimaru, as a bridal procession ascends the mountain, Dororo and Hyakkimaru agree to kill the demon. After hearing the tale of Noko Saragomo, Saru reveals that he views the sacrifice as his sister. They're surrounded by a dark cloud, and Noko Saragomo emerges as a gigantic centipede. Hyakkimaru has difficulty distinguishing between the demon and the cloud due to their red appearance, and the cloud swallows the woman with the help of sulfurous vapors. Dororo and Saru prepare to set off an explosion, attempting to set the monster on fire, but it has little impact. It is surprising that the child is the mastermind behind the operation. Afterward, Dororo jumps into Noko Sarakumo's head and summons Hyakkimaru, allowing him to find and slay the centipede through sound assault. Hyakkimaru, Dororo, and the survivor fall into a spring as the dark cloud disappears. When Sorrow discovers his sister, he's believed and decides to join her in the hamlet. Hyakkimaru regains his sense of smell and acknowledges Dororo by name for the first time. When Dororo starts suffering from a fever, Hyakkimaru brings him to a temple for treatment. Dororo, who is dizzy, sees some blood-red spider lilies, which remind him of his mother Ojiya and his father Ibukuro. Ibukuro was an honest commander who led a group of ex-farmers in frequent raids on samurai as a form of retribution for their losses and suffering. His second-in-command, Itachi, not the one from Naruto, proposed that they invade a Yanagimoto company that was exhausted from war. However, Hichita set a trap, since he determined that it would be more advantageous to serve a samurai lord. He took the remaining men from Hibokudo and broke their legs. Ibukudo claimed that the color of red spider lilies may come from those who perished in battle, and that the family was left to scavenge dead bodies on the battlefield for supplies. They come across some samurai who are destroying a village one day after a tense battle. Ibukuro is identified and ultimately slain, while Itachi manages to survive. Ojiya eventually perishes from malnutrition amidst a field of scarlet spider lilies. When Dororo returns to her former life, she recovers, but the priestess informs Hyakkimaru that Dororo is truly a girl and refers to her as a young girl. Lord Kagamitsu Daigo learns that Hyakkimaru might still be alive from a witness to the attack on Mio's camp. A crab-like creature named Pakemonogani attacks and consumes a man. As the drought in the Daigo region worsens, more damaged demon sculptures are found in the temple. The demons inform Kagamitsu that Hyakimoto is still alive and slowly retrieving the parts of his body that were seized. Tahomaru, Kagamitsu's son, learns that his father is searching for a child. Later, Tahomaru and his two bodyguards, Mitsu and Hyogo, discover a village plagued by a lake monster that preys on fishermen. Tahomaru paddles a group of people onto the lake, attacking and injuring the monster. However, they are forced to retreat due to the creature's ferocity. Tahomaru instructs the villagers to build a trap, hoping to lure the monster into a narrow channel where the water can be drained. The plan succeeds, and Tahomaru, Mutsu, and Hyogo engage in combat with the monster. They succeed, though the creature almost eats Hyogo. Hyakkimaru shows up just in time to kill the creature. Confused by the name Hyakkimaru, Tahomaru and the two travelers enter the Daigo capital. They watch a play that portrays Kagamitsu Daigo as a great demon slayer, protected by the goddess of mercy in the Hall of Hell. Bawahoshi searches for the truth within the ruins of Fort Benman, on the site of the village Kagamitsu destroyed. Daigo rebuilt it, and a demon is said to have cursed it. They discover the remains of a wooden wall the Asakura used to pin the bodies of their enemies. They come across Sukeroku, a young boy who wants to cross over to the Asakura side and find his family. The incident involving Hyakkimaru is reported by Tahomaru's bodyguards. We will continue this anime in next video if you want continue. So comment me and subscribe our channel for more anime and share this video among your friends.